You might be wondering, how do I get things done faster and better? You may be tempted to multitask. You're just looking at how can I make this happen? And what I want to do today is talk to you about the Ivy Lee method. This is going to be a way to make sure you get the things that are important done. Hi, my name is Tiffanie Kellog, and I am the creator of 13 Months a Year, which is a program that focuses on how, by saving 13 hours a day, you're going to be able to get that 13 extra hours, 52 weeks out of the year, giving you 28 extra days in the year, hence the 13th month. And our goal is, how can we be more effective? How can we be more efficient? How can we get more done? And use the time for the things that we want to do. So whether it's I want to do more things with work, I want to spend more time with my family, I just like to sleep more, it gives us an opportunity to have more. And so the Ivy Lee method is a really powerful way to ensure that you're focused on the things that are right. You're being productive, you're getting things done. So I want to share with you a little bit about the Ivy Lee method. It was 1918 at the Bethlehem Steel Corporation. President at the time was Charles Schwab. His goal was to increase the efficiency of his team and help them get more done, taking things above his competitors. An appointment was made between him and a gentleman by the name of Ivy Lee. When asked what Ivy could do to help, he said, just give me 15 minutes with your executives. He said, give me 3 months and you see the results, and then you can write me a check based on what was created. 15 minutes is what he spent with the executives, and then he went on his way. 3 months later, Ivy Lee received a check for $25,000. Now remember, we're talking 1918. The equivalent today, $454,155.63, just for 15 minutes that he spent with those executives. You might be wondering, okay, so what did he include in those 15 minutes? What was this all about? Great question. And I want to share with you kind of the steps to creating your success using the Ivy Lee method. The first thing that you want to do is the night before, so not day of, the night before, you want to write down what are the 6 most important things that you want to get done tomorrow. Now, it's not what are the things that are on your calendar. It's not the mundane things like I need to go to the grocery store or do the laundry. You want to pick 6 things that are focused towards your goals. What are you working towards? Now, in the 13 Months a Year program, we actually talk about creating those goals. And so you want to pick goals for the Ivy Lee method that you're writing down, your 6 that support your massive goal that you've created. As you're writing these down, I do think it's important for us to pay attention to our calendar. If I've got a day full of meetings, or if I've got a day with the kids, or if I have, whatever may take up a majority of my calendar, I want to be really realistic about what I can get done. Sometimes I'm trying to be healthier, so I have plank on my list. Now, this may take me a minute to 3 minutes, depending on where I'm at and building up that core strength. But it's something that I'm doing to try and be healthier. My health coach encourages me planking every day is powerful, so it doesn't necessarily take me a ton of time. And so if you've got something simple like that, great. If you've got this huge, massive project, let's say I want to write a book. Now, putting write a book on my list for tomorrow might be a bit much. Instead, what if I think of a title? Or what's one chapter that I want to write on? When I wrote my first book, my to-do on my list was write 1,000 words. That took me about an hour, so I had to make sure I had the time in my calendar. But by having that time and knowing I was going to do it, it has the bite-sized goal. So you want to break your goals down to where they're bite-sized. And let's say tomorrow it's all about the book. So maybe it's think about the title, write an outline, or write an overview. Write 1,000 words, call somebody to set up an interview to be part of the book. So it doesn't have to be the big goals. It could just be pieces that help us get there. And so you're going to want to identify 6 things that you're going to do. And I recommend 6, not 10, not 20, not 100. 6 is a great number. Though if you set it to only 5 or only 7, I mean, this is the guy that got $500,000 to give the advice. So it's up to you which you choose to do. And one of the things that I think is powerful about this is I find that I make much better decisions for what I'm going to do tomorrow, today, than if I get up in the morning and then I check my emails and I see what's going on and how do I feel, because then I'm influenced by the day. Today, Tiffanie is smarter about tomorrow, Tiffanie, than I am today. So I think that makes it powerful why we want to do it, whether it's at the end of the day before we go or at night when we're at home. Totally up to you. And where are you going to write it down? I got a student calendar so that I'm able to write down here are the 6 things that I want to do each day. I'm able to keep track of it. In the past, I've used notebooks where each day is a new page. You could use Post-it notes. There's an app on the phone. Yes, there is an app. Just look at Ivy League app. So I think there's different ways you can do it. You figure out what works best for you. Now, as you're creating the list, you've got the 6. You want to prioritize them. Which is most important that you want to work on first, then second, then third, then fourth, then fifth, then sixth. And again, it's important for us to prioritize the night before what's going to be the order. Because then when we get to today and our list is 6, instead of thinking, what do I want to work on? What might I do? It's here's the list of 6 things that I have to get done first. Now, again, if I may be working on one and then I have a Zoom call, I'm working on another and it's time for a lunch meeting. But it's as I have that time to work on these things, I'm going to do them in order. So for me, if it's, I want to start with meditation and then yoga and then journaling, it could do that. Now, when I was trying to create the habits of meditation and yoga and journaling, I actually had those as 3 separate things. Now that I'm really in the habit of doing those, plus drinking water and reading, that's now one thing, which is my morning routine. So my number one thing that I want to do, because that helps me focus on one of my goals. And most of my goals are built around being healthy and being wealthy. And so my morning routine helps me take care of my mind, helps me take care of my body. And so that's one instead of it being a whole bunch. So I start with my first one, work on that, then your second, then your third, then your fourth, then your fifth, then your sixth. And what makes it so nice is you don't have to think about, I have 5 minutes. What do I do? I've got some time. What do I work on? You have it there. And these are things that are usually important. Now, whether they're urgent or not, it may vary, but these are things that are important to you. Too often, it's like the fires are going on. Everybody has the drama. We may have the drama. It's like, When we have the plan from yesterday and our focus, that's what we can work on, and we know it's getting us towards our goal. Now, I'm not going to say there's not going to be days where it's like, stuff happens, life happens. If I woke up tomorrow and I'm like violently ill and I don't get out of bed or the bathroom, then no, I'm probably not going to work on my list of 6. However, if I just feel a little, I still got my list there. I can still work on it. Maybe I try and get it done quick so I can call it a day, but we've got that focus. And, people all the time ask questions like how to be more productive at work, or the best way to be productive at work, how to be productive at the workplace, how to be productive at work from home. We're trying to create that productivity. And here's the thing, you can apply this to work and you can apply this to your personal life as well. Kind of depends on you. For me, I'm living my life as a whole. I don't have work Tiffanie and play Tiffanie. Usually I'm trying to make sure they're the same Tiffanie. So I have my business and personal stuff as one list. So it could be up to you. Do you have your workplace list, or do you have your personal list, or you do them both? I don't know. You tell me in the comments below. Do me a favor. Are you going to use this mainly for work, or are you going to use this for personal? Are you going to use it for both? And while you're down there, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to get more tips on how to have more time. And this last question I often get asked, how to be better at multitasking. Here's the thing, the human mind can't multitask. It's physically impossible. That is not how our brain works. We may task switch back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but it's not very effective and it's not very good for our mental health. And so I love with the Ivy League method, the ability to focus and really get the things done that are important. Let's not do this back and forth, back and forth. Now, let's say you're working on a bigger project and we don't want to get ourselves burnt out. So as a little bonus to the video, I'm a huge fan of the Pomodoro technique. Essentially, you want to set a timer, whether you say, hey Siri, hey Alexa, put it on your watch, put it on your phone, set a 25-minute timer. Once you have that, then you see, there's Alexa starting my 25-minute timer. It's going to go off and I'll be like, oh, I was doing a video and then I went to do something else. But she's used to hearing me ask for the 25-minute timer. And you could be like, Tiffanie, why don't you edit that out? And I'm like, because I think it's cute. And that's what we do. So you tell her, I'm not going to say her name again, to set the 25-minute timer. And then I work on whatever project I'm working on for 25 minutes. When it dings and it goes off, then I say, great. I set a 5-minute alarm after that for a break. Because we can be more productive. 25 minutes on, 5-minute break. 25 minutes on, 5-minute break. And during that break, sometimes it's just going to go, refill my water or go to the bathroom because I've refilled my water plenty of times. Could be let the dogs out, read a little bit in your book. I'm a big fan of gardening. Let me go back. If I'm going to do some reading, I might actually give myself like a 7-minute timer, because there's been a study done that says if you read for 6 minutes silently, it'll actually lower the heart rate, lower the stress rate, really calm your body down. So maybe if it's something that you're anxious about, set that timer instead of 5 minutes to 7 minutes. I actually talk about this a little bit more in the How to Read More Books video, and I'll put the link in the description below with details on that. But reading for 6 minutes silently will actually be more relaxing than taking a walk, a cup of tea, playing with the dog, video games, any of that. So use the Ivy Lee method to get you focused on here's what I'm going to do. Here's how I'm going to get it done. Maybe try out the Pomodoro technique to be able to also help you be most productive inside that time frame. And really, this is going to give you the opportunity to get more done faster and better. Happy networking, y'all.